welcome to a brand new video packed full of nostalgia about the beautiful 90s 16-bit console, the Super Nintendo. It has been 2 years since I've shown you guys my Super Nintendo game collection. I'm going to show you today that updated collection with the boxed, unboxed NTSC as well as PAL derivatives. Now, before we dive into that, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for watching. Please watch all the way through till the end because I'm expecting some solid discussion in the comment section. And if you're eagle-eyed, you've probably clocked some of the Super Nintendo games that I have on these two cubes down here. I've picked some out. I'm going to show you the unboxed stuff first. We're just going to roll through them with pictures because for me, the Super Nintendo shines at its glorious and its brightest with the boxed stuff. It is my bread and butter. I love it. So without further ado, please subscribe, enjoy, and let's go. So I've just kind of picked up a nice stash of obscure Super Nintendo games. NTSC, we're starting with this. This is in no particular order. Super Adventure Island. I'll show you a little close up on the boxes there. I'm sure you'll be able to kind of cop a feel for the beautiful box art there. Very reminiscent of Wonder Boy. Reminds me of Wonder Boy 3. I mean, it's that nice side-scrolling action adventure, bright popping colour palette, which many Super Nintendo games are famed for. This I picked up at the Nottingham? Actually, I remember it. It was a retro gaming market, and I don't know if it was the one in Nottingham or the one in Doncaster, but it's absolutely wicked, and I love it in my collection, and I'm showing it today. I'm showing you everything actually, because it's one of those games you don't spot around that often. So we're booting off with Super Adventure Island. Next up then is a PAL game. Excuse the little bit of glare that you may see. This is in a protective case. This is Ghoul Patrol. This is the follow-up to Zombies, or if you're in North America, you'll know it as Zombies Ate My Neighbours. It's definitely not as talked about as Zombies. I'm just going to say Zombies because that's what it is called in PAL regions. But it's kind of, it blends from that premise. So it's that kind of top-down, really eccentric weapons going around killing extremely eccentric baddies and just trying to progress from level to level. I didn't find this as punishing as Zombies. Zombies is very difficult to play, but very rewarding as well when you beat the levels. So picked this up years ago at a Manchester Play Expo. I only used to go to them for the markets. Never actually played any of the games because I have them all pretty much here. So that's a super nice. So wicked stuff. Next up then we have Equinox. Again, these kind of the ones I'm showing you are ones that I feel you guys and even me, I don't see around that often. So Equinox I'm not as familiar with. One, because I never played it as a child, and two, because it's not doesn't really seem overly appealing to me now as a 37-year-old woman. Yeah, I'm 37. Did I just say that I'm level 37, by the way? But again, I'm a collector, and I think that this is definitely in my collection because I'm a collector, not necessarily a player of this. So for me, there's a big difference between the two, and there's lots of games in here that I just have as a collector, but some of them I do, or a lot of them I have because I'm a player. This is more leaning on the collector side. Next up then is an absolute perler, and it was one of my subscribers that sent this to me. We have a PAL copy of Super Aleste, even with the game rental extra nostalgia sticker. £2 for the nights, £4 for 3 nights. Those were the days. The kids these days don't know what it's like to have demo discs or movie rentals or game rentals. Absolutely wicked. And this is a classic formula and you shoot 'em up kind of genre. Again, Great game. Fun, fast, furious, have to be very agile, which I'm actually not an overly agile gamer. I have trouble kind of meandering when there's lots going on screen, but nonetheless it's fun, and I'm absolutely lame at this game. So if there are any Super Aleste diehards out there, please give me some tips in the comment section below on how I can improve my skills. This next one I did get from one of the Nottingham retro gaming markets, and this is Legend of the Mystical Ninja. And if I remember correctly, Metal Jesus featured this a while back, way after I'd actually obtained a copy. So I think if anyone watches Metal Jesus' channel, you know that you're getting some really quality games. So I knew this was a great game anyway, and I purchased this, and it is just freaking awesome. I mean, the box art alone, let me just kind of bring that into you just a fraction. I don't know if you can see it on the full camera, but yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Nice little side scroller, again, a beautiful colour palette, lots of fun. Aged really well, as I think a lot of these Super Nintendo games have. And yeah, really stoked to have this, being an NTSC copy, in my collection. We love a good top-down RPG, and that's why Brainlord is in my list of physical being able to show you guys. This was from a store that Jess visited up north. I wasn't there. I kind of looked at the store on FaceTime, but I think I used the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past as it's the most common top-down little kind of RPG that we all should know, and it very much lends from that premise. And I'll read you the first line. So, are you the Brainlord? Beyond your memory lies a time filled with dragons and men riding the skies together. I mean, that alone packs a serious punch. The Dragon Warrior blood flows deeply through your family. Now you're the only one left. Your father has spent blah blah blah. We get the picture, and I'm pretty certain we all like a bit of that. So I actually think this has a map with it. Yes, it does, and with all like the weapons and whatnot, and the items, etc. It's not a map, it is just literally, you've got like weapons, items, magic spells, armor, shields, helmets, you know, this is, and keys, all the different keys as well on the back. So I think if you're a Super Nintendo gamer and you want a bit of a challenge, I would suggest you get yourselves onto the Tinterweb or to one of the local retro game stores and to find yourself a copy of Brainlord. Alright, some more NTSC goodness with a Super Mario spin-off. We have some Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, an isometric RPG nonetheless, one of the definitely more underappreciated games of the Super Mario franchise, and it is a turn-based RPG, which isn't everybody's cup of tea. You know, if I had to pick between turn-based and kind of a freestyle combat, I would definitely angle more towards the freestyle stuff. But this, you know, it lifts the Mario universe into a formula that I've definitely grown to love with role-playing games. So as much as I definitely didn't grow up with this, because we didn't have it over here in the UK, it's one that's really kind of warmed my gaming cockles as I've gotten a lot older. So Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, nothing to do with All-Stars, goes for about $100. I think that's what I paid when I picked this up in the US when it was 2.5 years ago. It would have been when I picked up my boxed NTSC console as well. So that's a pretty nifty little piece of kit there. And then this next one I picked up in one of the best retro game hunts I have ever done, and I will be going back. Picked up Shadowrun, and I said that this was one of my gaming goal collector's goals for 2020. Massive thumbs up as we've achieved it. We've got it in the bag again. Nice little isometric steampunk kind of game. Lots of different menus. The story involving the action is non-stop, said Electronic Gaming Monthly. I mean, I paid £100 for this, so I don't think that's too bad for Shadowrun. I don't think that it is too bad, and again, it's a game that we don't talk about often, and we need to give it a bit more time. Just kind of give you guys a little close-up there, and you guys can see and then back it just says like manual included, because it's still got that like plastic little case on. So whew, thumbs up. It's not even a thumb, but thumbs up. Finally then, one of my more recent Super Nintendo pickups, we have Total Carnage. Absolutely wicked little game. Played this since I've picked it up. This was on a trade deal that I did in CEX, but for about 30 odd quid this particular title was for, and it's in really stellar condition. It says here, prepare to face massive resistance. Total Carnage. Again, box art, I'll give it a good 9.5 out of 10. I'll just kind of show you that again. And it's absolutely wicked. 20 levels packed full of nothing but non-stop chaos and carnage. Although I don't think anything will ever be like Contra 3 for me, or Super Probotector as it's known over here. That for me is one of the best shoot 'em ups there is on the Super Nintendo. But what do you guys think? In your opinion, in your memories and your nostalgia, what is the best Super Nintendo shoot 'em up you can think of? So what I'll do now, we've seen the unboxed stuff, you've had a little bit of a chat about some of these obscure titles. We're going to dive down and have a little deep dive in the shelves and take a look at what else we've got lurking around. Alright, the lighting might not be as good, we do still have the lights on, but yes, if you guys have followed me for quite some time, you'll know I found a Starwing competition cart, one of the most obscure cartridges out there. Really stoked to have that. Probably my prized possession as far as Super Nintendo games go. And I did, these are double road. You might not actually be able to see that when I'm filming natively, but we've got some Lord of the Rings here. Beautiful, beautiful game. Beautiful, beautiful movies. I'm trying to get one of my friends to watch Lord of the Rings actually. She's not having any of it though. I'm going to give her a shout out. Sarah, come on, what are you waiting for? We got some ActRaiser as well. The sensational game combines pulse-stopping action sequences with an intelligent simulation mode, allowing for the player to forge a new civilization. My friend Matt used to be like super duper into ActRaiser when we were little, so oh, I miss Matt. Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. Nothing overly special there. We've got some nice Wolfenstein 3D, which, yes, I mean, this is not typically a title you see on the Super Nintendo that often. So when you do, you need to get it, you need to keep it, you need to hold on tight. We got some Batman Returns as well. You've already seen my amazing Batman Returns Woolworths Bad Boy, which is again is a very obscure Super Nintendo game. We have some Lemmings here, classic formula, best played in my opinion on the Amiga. I used to play a lot of when like dinner time in school, it was raining, we'd all climb into the computer room and play some Lemmings to stay out the rain. Good times, good times. Super Castlevania 4, pal. How much did I pay for this? 20 quid? Got this for quite a bargain, so not too bad there. Got some Prehistoric Man, again a nice obscure little title. In a small prehistoric village, disaster has struck. Blah de blah de blah, you basically just have to save the world. And you're a pretty cool guy with a pretty cool piece of wood to do it with. And then you guys can see the rest here. We got some Lion King, Pac-Man Killer Instinct, Beauty and the Beast, Home Alone. This is just some like cruddy tennis game. I don't even know why that's in there. Rise of the Robots, which is lame, and Pink Goes to Hollywood. So we'll pull these back, and then I'm going to show you what goodness is on the bottom shelf. Right here, you can already see Terranigma if you've got a nice eagle eye. So yeah, let's dive into that. And dive we shall. So we'll go here first, Lagoon. This was actually sent to me as a birthday present by Liam. Shout out to you, Liam. Again, another game that I've really, really wanted to get in 2020, and Liam helped me do that. We have Beware the Ultimate Evil Warlock of Warlock. Get it right, Gem. 25 smackers, not too bad. Actually haven't played it yet, really need to sort that out. An original copy of Terranigma, which was like priced up at 120 quid. You can just see it there, but I actually got it for 100 quid. I do have a bootleg copy as well. The Chaos Engine, which is a fantastic little co-op game. I prefer to play it in co-op. Well, yeah, it is co-op, but I like it better with, like, on the Amiga we used to kind of play it and take it in turns, and it's just so much fun, like couch co-op. The Chaos Engine, I've actually streamed this copy on my Super Nintendo also. These next two are pretty special, pretty spectacular actually, because Nightmare Busters was an unreleased Super Nintendo game, but this is actually an official release. Now what happened was that one of the main designers actually passed away, unfortunately, and this was published after he passed away in memory of him. So very, very limited numbers of them around. It is not licensed by Nintendo, as you can see, but it is an official release. And then I have a limited edition Street Fighter 2. There's only 5,500 made. I didn't get the green cart, I got the red cart unfortunately, but this was to commemorate the Street Fighter, is it the 30th anniversary? But yeah, I was like really stoked to get that. I actually picked that up from eBay for like 100 quid. We got some Magical Quest, classic Disney. We got some Plock, which is a great little platformer. Highly recommend Plock if you've never played it. Made by two British developers, the Pickford brothers. Fantastic. Plock is like uses his body parts to basically kick ass, so that's freaking cool. And then right in here we've got some Urban Strike, some Mortal Kombat, some George Foreman knockout boxing, Street Racer Classic, Pitbull, Prince of Persia 2 and Lion King. So nice little unit here. I'm going to show you what's up there now and there. So we'll just get through this one nice and steady for you. I'll kind of zoom in a little bit so you can see exactly what we've got. Pilot Wings of Final Fantasy 3 and 2. We got some Wings 2 up there. Monopoly, Desert Strike, and the gaps you see are because I have taken some out, which you've already seen. This one, which we need to pull out, is some Chuck Rock, upside down, nonetheless. Got some Rival Turf, Fatal Fury, Populous, and we got another Pro Tennis Tour game right there. So the majority, well, all of this is actually, as you guys can see, is an NTSC shelf packed full of Super Nintendo games, like you guys just saw down here. I have the PAL version as well as the NTSC version of Super Castlevania 4. Go through here then. This is kind of a mix of like PAL, again gaps because of what I've already taken out, which I need to put back. So some Super Bowling. Ogre Battle is also quite an obscure one. Some Karate Frankenstein, you know, some really good stuff. Power Drive, this was a recent-ish purchase. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, love me some 16-bit NBA. Slam Tennis. This again, I believe this is pretty obscure. Troddlers as well. Where did I see? I saw an article about this recently. I can't remember where it was, but they were talking about this and I was like, yo, I've got that. So yeah, pretty cool. Again, an upside down Yogi Bear. Let me know, I love the PAL logo, by the way. I love those colours, really pretty. Oh, this is a classic. The Adventure of Mighty Max. Cannot remember for the life of me where I picked that up from. Might have even been my old hangout as a kid at John Shaw's. We got, oh god, what even is that? Pierre Le Chef, Out to Lunch. I think I had an unboxed copy of that. I got some Race Drive in here as well. Just have to reach back in here. Some classic Syndicate. Again, nice little isometric adventure shooter up. Get your words out, Jenny. Some Primal Rage, which is not actually very good, despite the box art looking pretty darn gnarly. Kind of fighting game with dinosaurs. Terrible sound on this. And football, like International Superstar Soccer, and just another crappy football game which we don't need to pay attention to. So that's another shelf. We've got another shelf, and we've got even more. So we've got more NTSC stuff then. We've got Mario Paint, which is PAL. 2 Super Nintendo controllers, and then these are actually bootleg copies. I don't know how I came across them, but they're not real. This is like a Final Fight cartridge. Kind of see front and back is exactly the same on NTSC cartridges, as you guys can see. So kind of just got them as random parts of the collection. This is my bootleg version of Terranigma. I'll kind of just come between the lights here so you guys can see perhaps a little bit better. Got some basketball, pool, cannon fodder at the top, and you guys get it. You guys can see this. You don't need me to talk you through. What is this? This is Operation Europe Path to Victory. You know, Super Star Wars. It's not a bad one by any stretch. But yeah, it's let me know what you think so far. I've got one more shelf to show you, which is right here. Let's do this then. So, really nice complete copy of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This has the map and everything. This was in a collection that I bought. It was somebody's entire retro game collection. The video to that is on here. Lost Vikings classic, amazing little co-op title. Spin Dizzy World, which is actually shoes. That's my way of saying it's crap. Starwing. I have both versions of Super Mario World, got the yellow and the red. I think that was the classics version. I've got some Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat, Stunt Race FX, Zool, and then all the way back here, if we can just pull these out, I'll show you what we have at the back. Donkey Kong 3. This doesn't have the inserts, you can kind of hear it there, but it is what it is. Got some classic Earthworm Jim, which I'm very fond of, although I have never completed it because Earthworm Jim is a quite difficult game actually. I like it better than the second though, I will say that much. I do like it better than the second. We've got Bomberman, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Tetris and Dr. Mario. Then hiding all the way back here is a game that I picked up from John Shaw's years ago, Biker Mice from Mars. So absolutely wicked cartoon. If you used to watch the cartoon, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you because it was one of those cartoons that I just loved to sit down with my little brother and we just used to watch it and have a wicked time. So that was really gnarly. Good memories with the game and the cartoon. But now we're going to go back to the gym. Now, if you know anything about, in fact, I'm just going to turn around here so you guys we can catch the light a bit better. This is one of the holy grails of Super Nintendo collecting. This is the Batman Forever Woolworths release, and it's just perfect. And this is a great one because this is complete. When I say complete, it's this thing here that holds the value. We have a VHS, we have the game. But I'm just going to show you guys, if I can very carefully, because I paid over £300 for this. Just going to put this here. This is like the little diary. I've done a video on this. Everything in here is completely like full. There's stickers, there's everything. I'm not going to show you what's in it because I want you to go and watch the video after this. It was filmed a couple of years ago, so it's not as good a quality as what I produce now, but still, this is a holy grail, as well as the Starwing competition car, which we're going to talk about. It's a holy grail package of the Super Nintendo World. Box is a little bit shabby, but hey, can't win them all. But really happy to own this, really happy. So there we go. Thank you tremendously for watching this nostalgic, memory-packed episode of my 2020 Super Nintendo collection. It's been long overdue and it's one I do get asked for, so really happy to be able to kind of share that with you guys. And if there's anything else you want me to kind of show, my updated PS4 collection, maybe you want to see that, or my very, very limited Xbox One collection, or maybe my OK Nintendo Switch collection, you need to give me a holler on social media. Everything is in the description, or just give me a shout in the comments. But for now, don't forget to hit that subscribe, guys. Please leave a like rating on this video, and if you are kind enough, share it. Let me know you've shared it, and I will interact with your share on social media, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Have a good one, guys. See you in the next one. My name is Gemma. Take care. See you soon.